Hey guys, ready to start working with the trees? Okay, let's insert a cone this time. We're going to move it here so that we can work with it easily. Let's reduce the number of segments considerably, like to 5 segments, something like this. And the same for 8 segments, which will lower up to 5. And this cone we have here will be the tree's base. Make it editable, and now we're going to do is modeling the trees from this primitive. We're going to work with loops, so first undock the panel and after go to loop selection and select these 2 polygons, which we are going to extrude by pressing on the extrude tool. Make it bigger, quite big actually, and move it down a little bit. Like that. Let's do the same with the other sections, so select these polygons and extrude them. Then increase their size and move the section downwards. Like that. Guys, if you need it, you can modify these elements by scaling them and adjusting until getting the desired result. We can scale them without any problem. Okay, let's do the other one. So extrude it and adjust the size. Okay, make it bigger. Also this one. Remember that we need to adjust all the sections so that they fit together. As you can see, we are working one by one and trying to get this kind of stepped shape. So keep adjusting and scaling. As always, loop selection and doing all the sections. We are going to scale all the elements again one by one. Here, okay, this one. Okay. If necessary, instead of increasing the size, we may need to make them smaller, like in this case. So the bottom section of the cone. So you select all the polygons on it and while holding the T key, make it smaller and move it upwards a little bit. Okay, guys, this is the stepped shape we are looking for, okay? It still remains the top of the tree. So, in order to do it, activate the point mode. Don't forget to uncheck the option Only Select Visible Elements. Then select this point at the top and make sure there is no more selected points around the shape. After that, move it up and create the top of the tree. Let's do now the trunk. How are we going to do it? First, uncheck this option. Perfect. Then, select these polygons of the middle and extrude them downwards. In case the new object is too wide for the trunk, just undo the extrusion, scale down the selected area a little bit. After that, we are ready to extrude again. Okay, more or less here. We need to do another extrusion again, this time bigger. Like that. Perfect. Guys, remember that we can modify anything we fancy without any problem. We can even insert another polygon if we want to. Okay, select these polygons and keep adjusting. Perfect, so our tree is ready. Cute, right? What we are going to do now is a selection of polygons so that they are ready before doing the other 4 or so copies of the trees. So select the trunk. Okay. Perfect. This area. And then go to the selection menu and click on set selection. And that's it. We can move the tree to place it where we want it to be, and once there, adjust it. Guys, you already know that we can make it bigger or smaller with the scale tool, depending on your personal taste. That's up to you. Okay, and what about rotating it to show another point of view, like that? Let's duplicate the tree and place it here. Also, we can check the scene and work from different views. For example, with the top view, we can work with this perspective. Let's rotate this tree a little bit and make it bigger. Why not? Perfect. Remember that we are not looking for perfection, so we can tweak these options and modify the size and so on. And again, the tree's distribution is up to you. Let's finish with this one and add other trees, this time smaller. And okay, make it smaller, and we are going to rotate it a little bit and put it here. That's it. Another one, okay. Although for this one, we need the top view. Okay, smaller. Perfect. As you can see, we can work with different views, and it's something really useful when working. And that's it, just keep adjusting. I insist that later on you'll be able to place and adjust the elements properly. Let's add the last tree here, small ones as well. Don't forget to rotate the trees to show different views and avoid all of them looking the same. Well, let's save the document and after that keep working. Okay, that's it. And now, okay, I'm going to make this tree bigger. And now we're going to create some rocks using a sphere. There it goes. Bring it here and in type select ixahedron. Then reduce the number of segments to 6 or 8. Make it editable, and after we're going to click on Scale to reduce the size, to flatten the rock. That's it. Select Lip Selection, click on the segment of the middle and scale it downward. Okay, the next step will be adding a random property to this element. What is this? Okay, don't worry because it's pretty easy. Go to MoGraph, then select Effector and then click on Random. This effect is already linked to the rock we just created, so well. First, put this just created effect inside the sphere. Perfect. Now go to Deform tab and select the point option. And this is the object we'll get. Weird, right? But don't worry, we can change it within the Effector tab by modifying the strength value. Now we're going to put this object inside the subdivision surface and go to the subdivision settings below and set subdivision editor at 1. And the renderer at 1 as well. Guys, go to MoGraph again. Well, no, go to here and select Polygon Reduction. That's it. After, insert this just added option inside the sphere. Perfect. This option allows us to reduce or increase the number of polygons. See? The combination of these three effects, random, subdivision, surface, and polygons reduction, will be of great help for creating several rocks from a single model. Let's set polygon reduction at 60 more or less. As I said, we can also tweak the parameters of the random option by moving the strength slider. We can also modify the shape with the seed option below. But let's say we like this shape, but we want to modify the number of subdivisions. If so, go to Reduction Strength and reduce the percentage. What we are going to do now is add in some rocks around, some there, a pair of them here, another pair there, a big one here. So we're going to take advantage of these options we just added to create some rocks. Well, before doing that, go to the list of objects and click on the tag next to the sphere. Then go to the panel below and set the funk angle to 0 in order to emphasize the angles of the rock. See? Go to Subdivision Surface and enable the axis. Great. We just need to move the axis to the rock. As I mentioned, we'll add some rocks here, other two there, others here, and so on. And here, okay, so let's start. If you pay attention, you'll see that after making the sphere smaller, the shape also changes. But we're going to fix it later. Don't forget that we want our rocks to be easy and random, so it's not a problem at all. Okay, like this. Perfect. Okay, so once our first rock is finished, the next step will be grouping all these elements in a group object to later on duplicate it and place the new ones around the scene. Place one here and change the size. Again, after changing the size, the shape also changes, but it's okay since we are looking for random shapes. Then if we go to the list on the right and click on random, we can change the number of seeds. Perfect. Let's duplicate this null and place some bigger rocks here. And guys, before placing the rocks here, we need to make first the water. So we're going to create a cube, which will be the sea. Make sure that these elements are beneath the surface, like that. Okay, the water surface can be really big, since later in key shot we need to see the entire surface. So that's why I'm making this quite big. Well, another thing, we can hide the floor if you don't feel comfortable with it when working. The floor is this kind of net you can see here. How can the floor be hidden? Pretty easy. Go to Options and Configure, and once there, in the Filter tab, you can uncheck the grid. See? The floor disappeared. Well, we were working with the rocks. We wanted to make this one bigger than the rest, so increase the size considerably. Notice that when scaling the object directly from the null, the shape doesn't vary. Okay, this is the end of the lesson. I'll finish up with the rocks, and in the next video you'll see that all of them are already placed. Remember that in this case it's up to you where you put them or how many. It's a matter of personal taste, so just keep working with patience and see you in the next video. Bye!